everyone. Today I wanted to go over some of my favorite functional stamps. These are stamps that I use on a daily basis, not only for the price and how affordable they are, but the longevity that I get to use them. I think these particular stamps are worth it. The first stamp I want to go over is the Trodat Printy Dater 4820, and you've seen this one in a few of my videos. This is just a date stamp. I believe I got this last year and I paid a little under $11 for it. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is find the month, the day, and the year, and then it goes all the way up to 2035. So you'll be able to use this stamp literally for 11 years. You can replace the ink cartridges too if it runs out. So I think for the price, you're pretty much paying $1 per year, so I think it's really neat. What I do like about this stamp, I'm not sure if you can actually see on video, but there are these two little arrows on each side. So when you place it down on paper, you'll be able to see where you're going to stamp it, or at least where the stamp will fall. So I think that's pretty neat, and I do like the font of the text rather. It gives me very typewriter vibes, and I use this all the time in both my journal and in my planner just to mark the date. The next stamp I want to talk about is also from the same brand, Trodat. This one's the Printy 4913 Typo, and this one is a 5-line text stamp. This one was, I believe, around $16. And with it you get an ink cartridge, these little tweezers, and then you get two little text cases. This one has numbers and letters. It also has little symbols as well, which I really like a smiley face, a house, a phone. This text is a little bit smaller than this one. This one is just numbers, letters, and a few other symbols here as well at the bottom. And as you can tell, I've already used some of these. And I really like this stamp because it's just so customizable with all the letter combinations that you can do. I would say it's a little tedious to use these tweezers to pluck out the letters. Sometimes they go flying and it's hard to find because they're just so small. I'll demonstrate here. So you open up the case, and basically you'll use these little tweezers to pick out the letter that you want. And I would say sometimes my hands cramp trying to use these small tweezers, but despite how tedious it is, I do think that for the price and how customizable you can make this, it's definitely worth it. I've used it a few times and I really like it. I would say the only con about this is that there is no indicator, like those little arrows in the other stamp, and it makes it a little bit hard to see when you're going to stamp. Sometimes it could be a little bit misplaced, but if you don't mind, that is worth the money, especially with how customizable you can pretty much make this. And the last set of stamps that I want to talk about are these alphabet stamps. As you can tell by the case, it's pretty worn. I've had these stamps for about, I want to say 7 years now, and they were under $11, I want to say. But it comes in this little case, and you have uppercase, lowercase, and a row of numbers. And I pretty much use these all the time. Any letter stamps that you see in any of my videos are most likely going to be from this set. I do like the font itself. It's kind of like what I would deem like a typewriter-y kind of font. This doesn't come with an ink stamp, but I just use random inks that I have. This one particularly is the one that I use most often. There's a cat. And this one is just an ink that I got from clearance at Michael's right when you're about to check out. I would say this ink stamp has also lasted me about 7 years and it's still going strong. I don't know how it hasn't dried out, but it works just as good as when I got it. But I usually use this ink stamp with these letter stamps. I know there's an issue with wooden stamps where the rubber part sometimes falls off the wooden, I guess, peg that it's on, but with these I haven't really had that happen. And I use these quite frequently. I would say with these that sometimes they end up getting caught with each other, like I guess the rubber bases stick with each other because of the glue on the edges. And sometimes when you go to close it, you have to like finagle them to all like sit nicely so that way the box actually closes itself. But outside of that, I feel like these are very versatile, and again, like I mentioned, I've had these stamps for over 7 years and they're still holding strong, and I use them pretty much all the time. So yeah, these are 3 of the most affordable functional stamps in my collection that I gravitate towards all the time and use frequently, if not daily, and perhaps maybe you'll find some use out of these too. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.